finished up stop number 2 of the FLW tour on Lake Travis in Austin, Texas. I had one basic pattern I found in practice. The lake had been down for a while. I was fishing trees, bushes, anything that had grown up while the lake was down. Most of my places were probably 150 yards from where they were spawning. It was the last place they were stopping right before they moved up. I used my Lowrance graph to actually idle down these tree breaks, and you could actually see the fish that were in the trees. That was what gave me the confidence to stay in one location. I think I didn't leave one location. I left it for probably an hour on day 3. I stayed there the whole time. I could just see them on my graph, and it gave me confidence to stay there to know that they were going to bite sometime throughout the day. Every day I had to adjust with different baits on these same 3 areas. They actually did something a little different every day. When I originally found these fish, I found them on a Strike Zone Lure CB Sling Blade and a Strike King Series 5 crankbait. When the sun would come out and it was really, really bright out, that Series 5, that's what I'd use to catch them. They'd get in the top of those trees, suspend, stay warm. And this bait right here, it was running 10 to 12 feet, which is about the top of those trees, and I could just bring it through it real easy. I was throwing it on a 711 Denali rod. That long rod and that fast tip helped me when I'd get it in those trees. I could actually back it out and get it to come on through it instead of getting up there on top of the ledge and messing it up. I threw it on a 5-3-1 Ardent bait casting reel. That slow reel helped me slow down because I normally like to fish kind of fast, and plus it don't wear you down quite as much. The other bait that I caught them on in those trees was a jig. When it would get really overcast or windy, for some reason those fish would ease down those trees and they'd get at the very, very base of them. When they'd get at the very base of it, you'd have to just slowly crawl that jig right by the tree and they'd pick it up. I threw the jig on a 7-4 Denali covert rod and a 7-3-1 Arctic Grand reel. The fast reel was very important. When you get a bite in there, you had to get them out of those trees real quick, or else they'd get you wrapped up and you would never get them out. One bait that I used that I got to cover most of the water column with is a new bait from Strike Zone Lures. It's a CB Sling Blade. This bait, I could cast it out there, let it hit the bottom, and I could really, really crawl it through those trees. This bait is designed mainly to fish timber, brush piles, anything like that. Even though, I mean, I have caught a bunch of fish in grass with it, but it's mainly designed to fish those piles and trees, standing timber. The little blade on the back, when it comes over those limbs and you let it flutter back down, if there's one suspended in that tree or even at the bottom, he will hit it. I threw this bait on the same rod. I threw it on a 7-4 Denali covert rod, 7-3-1 Arctic Grand reel, 17-pound line. I really bolted up the line on this to get them out, because when they would hit it going fluttering down through those trees, they would try to go right back in them and wrap you up, and you had to be able to winch them out. The last day was a little bit different. We had a little bit of overcast, a little bit of sun, but they would not commit to any other bait. I caught a few of the Series 5, but mainly I had to go to a drop shot. And on the drop shot, I could see them on the graph. I dropped down to them, and it's probably the shallowest I've ever caught them on a drop shot, just vertical. I could not get them to bite casting it up there. I'd have to actually get on top, sit there, see the fish, put it in his face, and sit there and just shake it. And after probably 5-10 seconds, one would eat it. I missed some real good ones on drop shot the last day. I'm not sure if they were eating the weight or just not getting it right, but it definitely cost me a little bit, but that's the only bait that I could actually get them to eat. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll have more updates coming soon.